Hello everyone, welcome into my video. In this video, I will be reviewing the game between AnticXOdium versus BH3 Esport in EUIC, and I will be focusing more on AXO or Antic. I think I'll call it Antic in this video. Okay, slight disclaimer. Number one, I will not be touching the draft that much. Because each team has their own playstyle, right? So I'll try to respect that. However, when needed, I'll provide insight on the strength and weakness of the draft. Secondly, I think I might accidentally roast a player, but I meant no harm whatsoever. Okay? Alright, let's get into the game, and I will review everything. Hopefully this will help OCE, right? This will help OCE in the long run, because it is a very interesting region, to say the least. It is a positive thing. Okay, let's get into the game. All right, the first game. On the first game, this is what they picked, right? This is what BH3 and Antic picked. So on BH3, every time I see Mewtwo Y, Darkrai, and Garchomp in the same team, I always think that it is a very greedy draft. Typically, it's a very strong draft late game. It is a very strong draft late game, especially with Mewtwo and Darkrai. But the problem is the early game tends to be very awkward. So if they can actually win the early game, then their late game is pretty much guaranteed. But like, they need to win the early game. That's the most important thing. Looking at Antic's team, I think Alan here picked Machamp because they want to counter the Darkrai, right? It is a good counter against Darkrai with Suspension and everything. Like, even with Miraidon's passive, I think it's kind of hard for Miraidon's passive only to counter Darkrai, because the passive has a very long cooldown, and like the uptime is very low. So it can be a bit inconsistent during fights. So yeah, that's why like Machamp here with Suspension is I think is their go-to counter for Darkrai. Now, yeah, I think that's the reason why they picked Machamp. That's the only reason they picked Machamp, I think. Alright, let's get into the game. I'm going to skip everything. Like, yeah, alright, this is it, right? Alright. Now this is a bit interesting. Because like what Snorlax would do next was very interesting. So the Snorlax did the lane farm first. Yeah, right? Like, they did the lane farm first. Like, they didn't even get the farm. That's the sad part as well, because they should be able to secure, but they missed the secure. Now this is the interesting part. Like, they did the farm, they did the lane first, and then they decided to invade the jungle. Like, typically when you want to invade, you want to make sure that the enemy can see you. So you have the element of surprise, and if the enemy laners were too far forward, right? This also means that you will have more time to 1v1 the jungler before their tank or support can come to and help their jungler, right? And I think on Umbreon's side, like most of the time, like the reason why the support or tank want to want to go a bit forward was because they want to contest the farm for their laners. Right, and like in this instance, we can see Miraidon and Snorlax. They have good secure, but Mewtwo Y and Umbreon don't really have a good secure, right? So the secure can be a bit awkward. So that's why Umbreon was there to help Mewtwo Y. But yeah, they lost the. Like, they actually got the farm. That's the thing. They actually got the farm. So like, it's actually a good thing for the Mewtwo Y. But like, again, like if you want to invade, I think it's better to just invade early. Like in this situation, you can see that the Snorlax already got hit from the lane and already got hit by the Umbreon. So like it's not a full HP 1 versus 1. The tank against the defender. I mean the tank against the jungler. Like this is a very dangerous venture. Yeah, like there's nothing much here. It's just that it's a very dangerous thing, and yeah, I don't think that the Snorlax did, like the Snorlax was able to steal the farm, but like it's not enough to starve the Darkrai. The Darkrai was still able to hit level 5. Alright, this is a Altaria fight. 850 Altaria fight. You can see that the Snorlax was poking the Garchomp. Anon playing Aegislash was using Sacred Sword on the thingy, but like Garchomp was Dragon Rushing, right? So I think this is a misplay on Antic. Like typically you want to check the enemy's level first, right? Like this is a common practice. You want to check. Oops, sorry. You want to check the enemy's level first, right? So if you can see that a certain Pokemon hits a power spike, right? You can see that a certain Pokemon hit a power spike. Like for example, Garchomp here is already level 5, right? In this engagement, right? Garchomp was already level 5, so that means Garchomp already has Dragon Rush, and typically Garchomp will use Dragon Rush, to pull the Altaria, or rather push. I think push. It's better to say it's push to push the Altaria to their, closer to their path, right? Closer to their path. This makes the enemy overextend. In this case, Antic to overextend, right? And then they can take the trade there. Like even if they cannot get the farm, even if they cannot get the, I mean, even if they cannot fight there, at least they will have a safer farm on the Altaria. And if you're looking at the HP right now, Aegislash and Snorlax they were losing lots of HP already. So, and the Machamp was also hit for a bit. So I think like this trade, Antic was already losing. So what could Antic be doing? I think they should be waiting for the Dragon Rush first. So after the Dragon Rush, the Aegislash could Sacred Sword in. That way they could hit the farm and also the enemy, right? Number one, that, or number two, they could actually just focus on the Darkrai and take down the Darkrai. I mean, yeah, the Hoopa will still protect the Darkrai, but I think it's better to focus on something. Like if you cannot get the Altaria, focus on getting the kill. But if you want to get the Altaria, then plan the Altaria better. This trade was already bad. Like you got Antic lost the slash, and also the Snorlax. Like technically, if the killer, like I read it in Unite DB. Like if the killer is the support with EXP share, actually the amount of EXP you will get is much higher. Like the total amount of EXP that you will get is much higher for the whole team. I need to confirm about that first. Yeah, I need to confirm about that, but I kind of read about that. But either way, right? Either way, they got 2 kills. And yeah, BH3 is in the winning position now. Like they were able to score a big number here. They're able to score a big number. Yeah, they actually got the kill on the Garchomp here. Actually, it's actually very good because like Garchomp was overextending here, and it is a counter kill. Like it's a good type of kill. I think like right now, I should just be backing out. Go 5 Machamp. At minute 8, we'll check the levels on every carries. Alright, minute 8. Well, there's 1 second, but like, yeah, it's minute 8. So on BH3, it's 666. On Antic, it's 555. Although given that the Snorlax got more level as well, but like still, carry wise, it's 666 versus 555, and Antic was not in a good position. And also, if you look at this, right, the Snorlax already had Heavy Slam, right? He already had Heavy Slam. So I had the conversation with the Snorlax player. Typically, when you play Snorlax, if you can hold your tackle for as long as possible at level 5, you should. Like, tackle has more damage than Heavy Slam. So it's actually more useful and more useful on securing objective comparing to Heavy Slam. But yeah, Heavy Slam is good for team fight, but in this situation, I believe securing Altaria and just like dipping out is definitely better than Heavy Slamming only the Altaria, especially like it's only the Altaria. It's not like the Snorlax want to initiate any fight. I don't think they can initiate any fight. But like yeah, it's actually like a almost equal. Two Swabbles on Axel. Two Swabbles on Antic, and one Swabble and one Nataria on BH3. BH3 definitely get more EXP from there, but like I think the skirmish, yeah, like I think it's still okay. Like it's still okay for AnticXOdium. But then again, like if you look at the level, it's 677 compared to 656. Like level wise, AnticXOdium is losing kind of badly. As we fast forward a bit, like there's not enough. There's no farm. Oh yeah, here. All right. Actually they change the camera very fast. Okay, so on the top side, right? Look at the top side. Like you can like as an observer, we can see like there are 3 players, 3 on BH3 on top lane, and only Machamp and Eldegoss on top on Antic, right? Now I think like in this situation, we can see like the Machamp went into the bush, right? Right, and if you're actually standing here, you can actually see someone going into this bush, right, from here. So BH3 confirmed that Machamp is in this bush. Right, Machamp is in this bush. And knowing that every one of them, this Mewtwo has a CC, Hoopa has a CC, this one also has CC, this has Sleep, this has CC. I think it's kind of dangerous to go into the bush, right? Yes, you confirm like 2 enemies on bottom lane, but like you haven't confirmed the other 3, right? So like it's still pretty dangerous to just go in like that. As a Machamp, especially the level 5 Machamp, I think submission here, like using submission, right, to walk into this bush, gaining vision and backing out is actually not a bad idea. Or you can walk here and then submission here, and then like run, right? Don't press your boosted attack though. Like this is what happened, right? Sleep, like it's an instant submission, right? It's an instant submission, but the problem here is that the Machamp did the boosted attack, right? The boosted attack that throw the enemy to the enemy, right? So like all the CZ there, just like it keep landing on the Machamp, and I think it's just like it gave away more EXP to the enemy. Also, like it makes you weaker in the long run. Yeah, like I think like yeah, it's just like top lane is already lost here basically. Antic's top lane is already lost here, and because they lost vision as well, right? They lost vision as well. The Hoopa was able to gain bottom lane for you. And on the bottom side, I think Antic overextended here, right? They actually got the Umbreon kill. Let's go back a bit, right here, right? Let's look at the minimap and also the HP. Yeah, they got the kill on the Umbreon, right? And then they just decided to dive in the Mewtwo. It was not really a good idea though, to be honest. Like I believe it's just an overextension. I don't think you can kill a Mewtwo that easily. Since like Mewtwo Koi can just use Side Strike and then gain Unstoppable and then teleport twice to increase the gap between him and the enemy. And yeah, because like Aegis now is dead, like it's harder to contest the objective. They still got the Altaria at the very least, right? But like it's hard for them to contest the objective now. Like in this dead timer, right? You need at least like 10 seconds to 15 seconds to get into the objective. So like it will be at like 6:45-ish, or you can get to the objective. Now and now looking at this Machamp, right? Looking at this Machamp, to be honest, I don't really agree that this Machamp went bottom. I don't agree with this Machamp going bottom. Like the reason is that you're still a level, like you get level 6 here, right? You get level 6, but like the Machamp provides nothing here, right? The Machamp provide nothing. It might be better to just go like to this jungle and take this farm, right? And let your laner take this farm, the lane farm instead, the lane farm. But like at level 6, you're nothing but a you know, a meat shield, right? Nothing but the meat shield. And then they should be on the Aegis, and Aegis was taking the jungle, right? So Aegis could tell the Machamp that, oh yeah, the jungle is almost up, so you can stay in the jungle. Right? Take the jungle, get the cross chop, and then like see like where do you need to be, on bottom lane or top lane? It's just that, yeah. Now the bottom objective fight, it's actually a very aggressive approach as well. Like I'm not sure whether Machamp being here would net them the kill or not, but yeah, if they net the kill, I think it's fine. But like at the same time, I think since you already trade the a tank for a carry, I think yeah, just like either you want to fight or you just like secure. Like it's just that, again, I think it's just that Axel is in a very weird position, especially like top lane is gone and the Garchomp can push this into T2. And like yeah, the Snorlax decided to go top now. Like yeah, it's so unlucky for Axel. Like it's 4 versus 3, but they got outsecured. I believe it's better for like the Machamp to dive this guy. But like it's still very hard because it has teleport. It can teleport twice. Like yeah, like this losing one support on BH3 for 1 carry. It's a good trade for BH3. Like, technically looking at the level as well, 8, 10, 9, 8, 7, 8. Like it's the level is so bad. The level difference is so bad on Axel, on Antic. And yeah, remember when I said like the Machamp should just go jungle? Like look at this. If he go jungle, right, he can actually get this like the enemy was already pushing anyway. Like he can get this in DD as well. In DD. Actually I'll be making a video about objective versus farm, right? Like, but I need to make sure that I'm not too distracted first. Oh yeah. Like I think they're fighting too much. Okay, they got this, right? They got this, and yeah, it's a kidnap in broad daylight. That's Darkrai for you. Now look at the timer, right? Look at the timer. The next Altaria that will spawn is at 550. Alright, like for the top lane it's still 550 despite like T1 is broken. 550 on this side, right, on this side, and on the bottom side is this side. Right now, if you're looking at the EUIC and the guard jump, EUIC is actually giving providing BH3 with some map pressure and map control, right? And the guard jump just dancing around here, this part actually helps. Like, it's actually not a bad idea. Like, after the Altaria spawns, he can just get to the Altaria. Right? That's basically what BH3 can do with this EUIC. Now, yeah, I will also be making a video about EUIC soon. Yeah, if I'm not distracted, I promise I'll make a video about EUIC and the bottom objective. Now, I think in this situation, like, I believe the one that should be contesting this farm is the Aegis, right? The Aegis should just go to this part, and yeah, like, Aegis go to this part, Machamp just farm this part, Miraidon just contest the bottom. Like, even if they cannot get the bottom Altaria, just contest it anyway. Like, especially like this, right? Like, if you look at the way the Aegis go, he's trying to flank the guard jump, right? He's trying to flank the guard jump, but like he stopped, right? So the guard jump just took this, right? The guard jump just took this, and then like instead of like contesting any farm or getting any map control, Aegis just fought here, right? And the Darkrai just killed them, right? The Darkrai just killed them. Darkrai and Mewtwo just like went hard on the Aegis, and yeah. I think yeah, just like let's just contest the Altaria. That's the least that they can the Aegis could do. Now this is actually a very this one is just a very good a very good backup. Like, I think backupping is not bad. Like, it gives you some form of safetyness, right? During the Rayquaza fight, because you know that, oh yeah, I scored something. I did score something. Now, if we look at this fight, right? If we look at this fight, I think the first thing, right? The first thing that Antic needs to think about is that 445 Altaria will be spawning here pretty soon. Right? 445 will be spawning here. Altaria. So like in this situation, BH3 was in a offensive position against Antic on their T1. Especially with the Miraidon is that, right? I think instead of Machamp being here, Machamp should just go up. Right? Machamp should just go up and farm this. Because like I don't think this tree can fight against this 5. Like it's not possible. And like yeah, the 445 Altaria will not spawn here, it will only spawn on top, right? So like it's better to just give them the objective anyway, right? Because you'll get an Altaria and you'll get this. Again, I will make a video about the objective and EXP. The objectives versus EXP, because this is actually a good time for AnticXOdium to just let go of the farm, basically. I'm not let go of the farm, let go of the EXP. I'm sorry, let go of the objectives, because like if you get more farms, you will be able to contest the amount of EXP you'll get from the objectives by just farming on the side, on the Intides and Altarias, basically that. Now, simple poke. Now with Rage, like this is actually good on Antic as well. Like they know that they will not be able to contest this bottom objective, right? That's why they're all going up to the top objectives. But then again, like I said, like it should be farming this, right? They should be taking this farm. Like that's the only reason. That's the only reason you can like you allow T1 to go. You should be farming this. But like yeah. Because they know like it's uncontestable, like they cannot contest the bottom lane, like they decided to go top and fight the objective instead. Fight for the objective, and because like they see that, oh yeah, this Garchomp is kind of isolated, even though there's a Umbreon here, right? It's kind of isolated. Like dropping Unites for this is not a bad idea. Like yeah, they actually got some kills here and there. I think like yeah, it's actually a good play by Antic over here. Now with the Eleki uncontested, right? The Eleki is uncontested. It means that the Antic can use the Eleki to gain some map control. That means they can farm, right? They can farm, and yeah, and that means they can actually farm here. Like they have some times to farm. Like this is also up, right? So that means they can farm the bottom side as well. Now, I disagree with this fight, to be honest. I kind of disagree with this fight. Like this tree is fine. Poking the enemy with this tree alone is fine, but like the Aegis's and the Machamp should not even be joining the fight. I think. But yeah, the Aegis's and the Machamp actually joined the fight. The reason was simple. Like the 315 Altaria will be spawning. It will be spawning here and it will be spawning here, right? Because they take the Altaria first. Like the two Altaria will be spawning on their side, and they also skip this farm, these two farms. I think it's just like it's not a good idea. And like if you look at this, like they don't even have any unites, so like it's not a good idea to fight. On BH3, they have like 4 unites. One is farming, so let's just say 3. Oh no, let's just say 2 because it's only the Darkrai and the Mewtwo, right? It's already too late for the Hoopa to use the unite, but like it's only 1 unite and it's on Miraidon. Like the unite count is just not good on Antic's part, right? So I think it's better for Antic Esport to just like chill, right? Chill and farm. Right, they use their unite, they spend their unite, but like yeah, I think it's just not a worthy trade, especially after this. The Aegis, let's keep going forward. Why I think it's not worth like this. This is the case, right? Like again, top Altaria, bottom Altaria on their side, free farm for them. Like yeah, they may be thinking that, oh yeah, let's just take the fight first, but like if the enemy clear this and they push for this Altaria, then you lose your Altaria, right? The only reason why Antic still had the chance was because BH3 was not really pressuring Antic, right? And this is also like if you look at the players who fell down, it's 2 carries versus 1 carries and 2 supports. I think it's not worth it when you lose carries for a support. It's just not worth it. Yeah, they were still able to take the farm, but like they were trading for the trade was not okay there. They lost a support. I mean, they lost 2 carries for a support. Not worth it. They just farm, which is nice. They should be getting level 13, to be honest. Now, there's not much. BH3 just took the objective. Uncontested. Now, if you look at the EXP, right, it's Coastal Rayquaza fight here. If you look at the EXP, 13, 14, 13 versus 13, 13, 13. Like level wise, right? Level wise, I think like BH3 is winning. And yeah, everyone here has a unite. Everyone here also has unite, right? Minus the Mewtwo. Probably still like recharging. And I think at this situation, right? In this situation, Antic was like dancing too much. Antic was dancing too much. They're probably planning on catching someone who's overextending. Number one. Number two is that they're probably they want to back up with Aegis, or maybe Aegis is just like flying the enemy. But I think this is actually a good like this fight is better if everyone is focusing on the bottom side of the fight. So like Machamp also go to the bottom side. And the reason is simple. Like you want to make sure that they clump up together, so your Machamp unit will have value, right? Even if the Garchomp flanks, at least you can take down like 1, 2, 3, 4, right? You take down their other Pokemon first before you focus on their Garchomp. Yeah, I think because like it's just too much dancing, I think. Like, and yeah, just like the Aegis is getting caught here, and the Snorlax had to unite for the body barrier. I think that's already a bad situation. And like yeah, like after they're focusing on bottom, they're starting to focus on the Garchomp. Like they're throwing focus like left and right. It's very confusing. It's very hectic. It's very chaotic. Yeah, sure. Like the Garchomp was down, but you already lose 3 pieces here. Again, like I think like the Machamp Unite should be used on the Mewtwo and the Darkrai. So make sure that they come up first, right? And then like you use the Unite. But yeah, like this is the like you already have a tool which is like the Machamp to clump them up together, but it was not used properly. Like even Snorlax could actually like set up the fight by going in with Heavy Slam and clump them up together with a block, basically. But yeah, it's just like it was not done. Anyway, that's for game 1. We'll be moving forward to game 2. Now let's get on to game 2. Now, we know that Anon is very good on Zoroark, right? So they always want to play Zoroark, and if the enemy knows about Anon Zoroark, surely they'll just ban Comfey, right? Like by banning Comfey, you're actually stopping the Zoro Comfey or any Comfey plus carry, Urshifu Comfey, Zacian Comfey, right? It was the OG Comfey combo, right? Like by banning it, that means they will not be having the Snowballer, aka the Zoroark with the Comfey. Like this is actually such a good ban. They actually banned it as well on the first game. And I think the reason why Anon just picks Zoroark here is just for the comfort pick. I think that might be the case here. Anyway, yeah, let's get into the game. There's not much here to say. It's probably just like a comfort pick. Small mistake. Should be it should be like no, they shouldn't do this. They share the EXP to the Zoroark. Like if like this amount of EXP is needed for you to evolve, then yeah, you might be cooked later. This is especially important when you're playing a Pokemon with level 4 power spike, like Espeon, for example. Sometimes maybe you share the EXP with your jungler and then you will not be able to hit your power spike, the level 4 power spike earlier. It's because like yeah, because you're sharing the EXP. Sorry, I pressed the wrong button. Now there's a simple fight. Raiden got the secure against this guy, against the bird, the KFC. Now, let's look at top. Like the camera was on bottom lane, but like top lane was also in a predicament. So, Metagross was scoring against the Gossifleur, and I think it's a free hit on the. It's a completely free hit from the Metagross to the Metagross. And I think, yeah, like from that harassment, the Aegis was able to kill the Metagross. Like dying here so early is not good. Dying here so early is just not good. Like there's still so much farm on the lane, and you're just like you're getting starved. You basically got starved by dying here. Yeah, there's still like lots of farms. Like it's not weird to see the Aegis as evolving actually from here. But again, the Metagross was still level 4. Even with the Baltoy, right? It's still very far from 5. Yeah, a level 5 Aegis already. And this is actually such a good job on Antic. They were able to secure the Altaria here. Crazy. Like this is especially important since Metagross was already losing the lane. So like every amount of EXP that they can funnel to the Metagross is important here. Like yeah, like I think Antic saw the Aegis as Gwendolyn, right? That's why they were just like aggressive and go and cut the thingy, right? Go and cut the Aegis. This is actually a good pickoff as well. Good pickoff. However, the follow up is rather questionable. I think like they weren't expecting the Cerulege to be hiding here, but like I think this is partially like the reason why like Zoroark needs comfy. Partially the reason why Zoroark needs comfy. And if you look at the Blissey, right? They healed at 838, right? So Blissey's softball has 12 seconds cooldown, so the next one should be on 26, right? Should be on 26. I mean the first charge should be on 26. The second charge used. And yeah, like so close. Just one more second, and the Zoroark would get the heal. Yeah, like the push was actually kind of questionable. Uh, this might be right if Zoroark wants to be aggressive. This might be a good time for Metagross to actually go to the jungle and farm the jungle. So the Metagross would be able to hit the power spike, but like dying here is just bad because like again there's a farm up here that they can't take to evolve into a Metang. Yeah. I just believe that Zoro needs a comfy. And again, like dying here as well. But that's good a good counter kill by the Trevenant. Very good counter kill. Nothing much happening here, right? Nothing much happening here. The Zoro was able to get the farm, right? Most of the farms. It's crazy. It's crazy good. Like how Annon's Zoro, I guess it's crazy good. Got a kill. Oh, like I think in this situation, Annon was just like the Zoro just wanted to score or just like force an issue, but I think in this situation, should just go back after the side strikes. Just go back, right? After the side strike, just go back. But like, if you want to fight, I think it's because of his reliance on Comfey as well that made him like like without a pocket. Sometimes just got too overconfident. But yeah, and dying here 721. My god, one more second for Nataria. Good, not a good death. Not a good death. And somehow the Altaria on top side, the Aegis was able to secure I don't know whether three Swablues or one Swablues and one Altaria. Yeah, I think it's one Swablu and one Altaria. They were able to the Aegis was able to get that amount of farm. So yeah, like again, like because Zorak died here, they're able to push. Like it's a free push for them, and they were just scoring there. They're just breaking the path because it's actually a good. It's not a bad idea to break this path here. Like I think if they want to starve Antic more, they should just wait until like the second or third, either the second or the third Reggie bottom. But I'm not going to question why they're like doing that. Maybe they want to have more map control. But either way, they got the bottom objective, right? They got the bottom objective, and yeah, Marida just went straight to farm the bottom unity. I think this fight is a bit weird as well. Again, it's showing that the Zoroark most of the time requires Comfey. Like this unit is bad. Unit is just so bad because like I think if you have a Comfey, it feels safer and you can actually dive deeper, right? But like because you don't feel safe as a Zoroark with the Blissey, like it's really hard to dive in and it's really hard to commit on Zoroark. And anyway, I think like this trade is not bad. Like technically this trade is not bad. Like you get, even though you lost the EUIC, like without thinking about the EUIC, this is not a bad trade. You lose one support, you lose one carry for a carry and support on AnticXOdium. But yeah, unlucky. Actually, they lose two carries. Nah, this is a bad trade now. They lose two carries for a carry and support, and they lost the EUIC as well. Now, in this position, right? In this position, Altaria is coming up soon, right? Altaria is coming up soon. 550 on top set and bottom set. Like bottom set is right here, right? Top set is like right here, right? Right here. So because they're behind, because Antic was behind, they should be focusing. Like at least one person should be focusing on this bottom one. Anyone is fine. Any one of the carry is fine. They should be focusing on this Altaria. Like yeah, in this fight, like I think Anu was trying to kill the Zeralich. Yeah, was trying to kill the Zeralich, but the Zeralich just united the Zoroark, and the Zoroark is just dead. This is actually not a bad trade, considering that you're giving more EXP. Like, you give EXP to Zeralich, and the Zeralich is already at level 10 by minute 6. It's not really a good thing. Like you can like at minute 5 you'll get level 11 typically if with this trajectory. Yeah, like 550. Like they lost the top map control, so they couldn't contest for this Altaria. They were not preparing for this Altaria as well. Ah, a shame. Okay, even then, like they were able to like if this guy is stacking, if Aegislash is stacking, it's a free stack for the Aegislash. Yeah, like they lost the bottom objective, right? They lost the bottom objective, and they lost two camps of Altaria. So it's just like they're losing two objectives altogether, technically, and like. It's a EXP share. It's one EXP share as well, right? So like it's 1.15%, 1.15 of a bottom objective. Not good. Not a good EXP. Not a good EXP conversion. I mean, like not a good EXP distribution. Like Antics starved. BH3 got the objective, got the Altaria. Like look at the level. 10, 9, 9. It's 10, 10, 11. Not really a good thing. Now they're just fighting. Now I think because they know that and then they kind of predicted that everyone like two were on bottom lane, and like the the Zero Lich was in the jungle. I think they kind of predicted this, but they Antic was pushing here, right? Antic was pushing here. This is actually a good engagement. They got one kill. Got one kill. They almost died. The Zoroark almost died here, but like this is actually a good fight. They were able to kill two carries. Like yeah, they dropped some unites, but they're able to kill two carries. This is actually a good trade here. And they actually broke the first pet as well, right? So that means that they have more breathing room. But again, like even if you lose even if you destroy this, you still need to find a way to pressure the enemy, because like this is an equal now. Like this is an equal war, right? Like the equal map control. Actually, unequal because this is 3 in DD, this is 2 in DD. But like yeah, it's an equal map control. Yeah, like looking at this, like someone should be here now. Like even though it's close, right? Even though it's close to like your side, I think instead of like focusing on this, just like get the farm. Get the farm first. Yeah, lost the farm to oh. Kinda sad. Kinda sad. Yeah, again, like I said, like should be farming, but like Zoroark going here, I don't disagree, right? I don't disagree because like this is in your side, right? This is all on your side. You can actually just pressure first and then go back, but like you need to do this in consideration as well, right? In consideration as well. Make sure that you don't die, because if you die here, it's actually it will slow down your momentum and your tempo even further. All right, the next one is at 315. The next Altaria is at 315. And this is another sad day for Zoroark. If you look at this, right, 352, right, 352, just like 3 seconds away, the Blissey got the Unite. Like it's so sad. Like they died 3 seconds too fast. Like yeah, they got this one. They got the Eleki, right, which is actually good. But like they need to follow it up with map pressures. Like they need to follow the map pressures, which they actually did. They actually did it. Like they focus on those two carries, right, and then the support. Now, next problem here is that if it's in Altaria, right? If I am the one playing, like I will just go here, right? I will just go here, cam the Altaria and get the Altaria. Like at least contest, right? At least contest. Doesn't matter if you get it or not, but at least contest. And if you can get some, it's good. If you cannot get it, fine, just move on. But like you shouldn't be leaving the Altaria to the enemy. It's a good thing that BH3 was not taking it as well. Like they probably wasn't aware that the Altaria will be spawning here in 3 seconds. They were just like trying to defend this, right? But like again, like I believe it's just like it's better for it will be better for like Miraidon, for example, just to stay here. Anyway, yeah. They were able to defend. They were able to defend, but like they lost Miraidon, so I don't know. Not a good trade. Not a good trade. Like they're not farming this. Like again, it's probably because it's a saver zone. Like they taking this is actually better than taking this one. But like again, like this one, right? You just not get it. Like if I remember correctly, it's level 13. The trade, like the contest here is kinda late. Right? The contest here is kinda late. Like if you get it earlier, right? If you get it earlier, the Aegis's will not be able to get anything. They will not get anything. But yeah, like they're just focusing on the farm, right? Like now it's farming, now it's an RG ice. It's actually a good play as well, like zooming here, zapping all the way, right? Like gaining visions. Alright, it requires a fight. Now if you look at level wise, right? If you look at level wise, it's 13, 12, 13, but like soon it's 13, so 13, 13, 13, right? Level wise, Antic was actually winning. 11, 13, 13, right? The Mewtwo map was still level 11. Like, Antic was actually winning. I think the problem here is that BH3 has this Ho-Oh, right? Has no Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh technically can make a 5 versus 5 fight into a 9 versus 5, right? With a very good Unite usage. So like, I think in this situation, Antic probably should be like forcing the enemy to overextend by tapping the Rayquaza. I think it's not a bad idea to tap the Rayquaza just to force a reaction from BH3, right? After a reaction, maybe they go in, right? Maybe they go in, and then like it will be a good like unites from Antic Esport. But like yeah, like it was not done, so we'll just react to how they fight, right? We'll just react to how they fight. Like yeah, like a tap, right? A tap, just tap, it's fine. And like Zoroark attempting to backcap was also good, right? It was also good. It was also fine. However, like, yeah, they're doing nothing here. They're literally doing nothing here. And then the problem here, right? The problem that I realize now is that the team was too separate. Like the team was too separated. Blissey wanted to be near the, like in this situation, right? In this situation, Blissey wanted to be near the Zoroark to save the Zoroark in case something go wrong, right? Like, Blissey also wants to be close to the Metagross, so when the Metagross starts at the fight, at least there will be some heal on the Metagross. Blissey also wanted to be close to this too, right? To poke and scout the enemy, but like, because they wanted to do many things, right? It's just that when you're trying to do many things, sometimes you fail at something. Not something, sometimes you fail at everything. Okay, I think this is the reason, right? The time where this is the time where AnticXOdium just lose the game completely. This is going to be very harsh on the Blissey, right? This is going to be very harsh on the Blissey, but like in this situation, after the Zoroark got hit by the side strike, it should be a good time to just unite, basically. Right? Just unite the Zoroark. And the Zoroark, like since this guy is chasing, could just like unite as well, right? So at least like the Cerulege, like kill the Cerulege first, and then you can turn the fight around. Like if you want to catch this Mewtwo first, it's fine. If you want to brawl with this Aegisus, is also fine. But at the very least, you probably would be able to kill this guy first, right? But catch it by surprise by using 2 Unites. But like that's number one. If you're thinking about it in the offensive term, right? But like if you're thinking about it in the defensive term, it's just like someone need to help this guy. Someone really needs to help this guy. Like yeah, probably though didn't want to use 2 Unites because there's a hole here, right? Like the hole could just like revive, but like still, like it's already a like you had to do it. You had to do it. You shouldn't be hesitating. You should be using it. Antic had a chance to win in this fight, to be honest. I mean, not in this fight, in this game, right? Had a chance to win in this game, but like because the Blissey was not uniting, was holding the unite for too long, the winning chance was gone, because the winning condition here is that the Zorog is alive, right? The Zorog is alive and killing like at least one or two, at least one. Let's just say at least one. This one without using Unite, maybe, because like if you can use Unite, you can actually secure the Rayquaza. But if you need to use Unite, it's also fine. At the very least, you need to kill one without dying. That's a win con. Like yeah, like that. Like, because the Zorog is dead, right? Because the Zorog is dead, they know it's actually a good chance to just like to go and kill everyone. And this Unite on the Blissey was very forced. And the Unite on the thingy, the Unite on the Metagross as well, yeah. It's really rough. Really rough. I think it's just like the hesitation on pressing the Unite button. Sometimes you just need to press the Unite button. Yeah, I think that's all for AnticXOdium. It's a bit sad that they lose, but like after watching this, it's like yeah, it makes sense that they lost. It makes sense that they lost because instead of instead of using a Unite in the very important moment, they're not using the Unite, right? Instead of like catching farms, getting farms, they're not farming. Instead of like not inting, they're inting. I mean, it's understandable that it's understandable as well because like Fu was a sub, but I don't think that makes a good excuse when it's not just Fu that made mistakes here. It's also other players. So yeah, I hope like this will be able this will help, right? This will help with players from OCE to improve, because again, like OCE is a very small region, kinda isolated, I think. So hopefully they will improve. So they will become a good region to play in, like to actually make big plays in WCS. Really looking forward to it, especially with all the hypes from OCE players, OCE fans. All right, I think that's all. It's a very long part review. I hope everyone enjoyed the part review. Enjoy me yapping a lot. And yeah, I'll see you guys on next videos. Like I said, I promise I will be making a video about bottom objectives and top objectives. If I'm not distracted, of course. But yeah, I'll try to make those videos. So like, subscribe, and I think like turn on the notification if you want to know about the top and bottom objectives. But yeah, thank you very much everyone for watching. Thank you everyone for spending your time watching my video. I'll see you guys on the next time, on the next chance. Maybe on further review, maybe on some informational video. Bye bye everyone, thank you very much.